32,000 in less than 3 hours, 52 minutes. Pretty good.
Real good. Rincon the look in. Okay's a sign with Hernandez, and now the 0-2 to Nixon. Breaking ball down and away. The Red Sox hoping to get to the American League Championship Series for the first time since 1999, and again they would be on a collision course with their long storied rival, the New York Yankees. It would begin in the Bronx on Wednesday night. Check swing and a miss, and that'll do it. So here we go. They're ready in Oakland as Williamson comes on from the pen, and they're ready in Boston. Bottom half of the ninth inning, and the Boston Red Sox with a 4-3 lead, 3 outs away from going to the American League Championship Series. And they're resting their hopes on right-hander Scott Williamson, who came over in a deal from Cincinnati, the former National League Rookie of the Year, who underwent Tommy John elbow surgery a year thereafter. Hard thrower and has been very sharp in this postseason.
Picked up a win on Saturday, throwing 14 pitches. Picked up a win, a crucial win Sunday, but threw 28 pitches in that game, back to pitch in tonight's ball game. If there's something you're looking for, it would be whether or not, after the 14 pitches and 28 pitches on consecutive days, whether the velocity of the fastball is still there.
Atterberg 0 for 2. Saw Derek Lowe and Scott Sauerbeck getting loose in the Boston bullpen. Williamson, when he's right, has electric stuff and can be at times unhittable. He does have an occasional lapse as far as his control is concerned, and Grady Little well aware of that. And quickly 2-0. Season started with a bullpen by committee playing the matchups. That was certainly talked about a great deal, and then Theo Epstein overhauled this Boston bullpen around the trade deadline. 3-0. They brought in Byung-Hyun Kim in the Shea Hillenbrand deal. Hillenbrand was a starter in Arizona this year. They moved him to the bullpen. They brought in Sauerbeck. They brought in Williamson. In there, a strike to Atterberg. 3-1.
Williamson, sort of a drop and drive type pitcher. He gets in trouble when he rushes towards home plate. He's got to be deliberate, sit on that back leg, and drive from there to get the plane of the fastball down in the strike zone.
And he has walked Atterberg to lead off the bottom of the ninth inning. Derek Lowe, the right-hander. Scott Sauerbeck, the left-hander. Eric Burns will come on and run for Atterberg. Burns had 10 stolen bases in 12 attempts during the regular year.
He is the one guy on this team that can get a stolen base for this ball club. I'm not so sure that this is a stolen base situation. Burns has 1 stolen base in this series so far.
Well, you can run against Williamson. Now, whether or not they want to take that chance here in the bottom of the ninth is up to Ken Mocking. Quick delivery to the plate there, and it's ball 1 to Guillen. Of course, Jose Guillen and Scott Williamson were teammates the majority of this season in Cincinnati. And here comes Dave Wallace, the interim pitching coach, for a visit with Williamson on the mound.
This is a good move by Dave Wallace. Go out there, talk to your pitcher, settle him down. Do not let this thing get too far out of hand. You walk the first hitter. You threw another pitch to the second hitter up around the letters. Get down in the strike zone.
1918, that was the last year the Boston Red Sox won a World Series. Guess who they beat? The Chicago Cubs. 4-2. Traded away Babe Ruth, who won 2 games as a pitcher in that 1918 World Series. And many believe the curse of the Bambino has existed ever since, although they have been to 4 World Series since then, most recently in '86 when they lost the heartbreaker in 7 to the Mets. Guillen singled to center in the second inning, knocked in a run with a double to right center in the fourth, grounded to short in the sixth. We have had 3 games out of the 4 played in this series that have been won by the home team in their final at bat. Williamson very wild here. You give Guillen the green light, 2-0, or make Williamson throw a strike.
You got a chance, 2-0. With your good hitter, let him have.
Williamson nowhere close to the strike zone.
He's taken now.
And there's a strike. 3-1 on Guillen.
Guillen did a nice job there. 3-0. He's taken all the way, but he stood in there like he wanted to hit the ball. And I believe he was timing the pitch, acting as if it was a good pitch he'd swing, because there's a very good chance he's going to see the same pitch right here.
Tying run is Burns over at first. Nobody out in the ninth. Swung at a fastball that ran in on his hands. Not sure even if he put that ball in play, he was going to do much damage with that. That had a lot of life on it.
That's nothing but a jam sandwich right there. You're lucky to foul that pitch off. If you hit it, it's a weak grounder to the left side of the infield.
Will Burns start at first base? Held on over there by Millar. And Williamson thinking maybe Burns, if he was going, would get a wee bit anxious. Anxious, is that a word to describe the fans watching in Boston right now? And in Oakland right now. Burns running. Swinging a foul ball out of play.
Guillen struck out 32 times and 170 at-bats since coming to the Oakland A's. Burns had a tremendous jump, but it's still a very risky play.
3-2, runner going again. Ball 4 up and in. Bear in mind, Scott Williamson, and you talk about playing the hot hand, Brady Little going to go get it. Williamson does not have a save wearing a Boston uniform. His 21 saves came in Cincinnati. Now they will give the ball to Derek Lowe, a one-time closer turned starter.
It strikes only once a year. Sunday, November 2nd, the fear will be here.
I am death.
We don't want any.
The all-new Simpsons Treehouse of Horror.
Finally!
This is more violent than the Hip Hop Awards.
It's the most mind-bending, gut-wrenching, spine-tingling chase with death you've ever seen. All-new Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, Sunday, November 2nd on Fox.
Over the last 10 years, Fox NFL Sunday has been America's #1 pregame show.
I think that might be one of my favorite outfits. Somebody come here and stop my head. This isn't exactly what I expected.
Fox NFL Sunday, this week, noon Eastern, 9 Pacific.
The Marlins battle the Cubs in the most improbable NLCS ever. Game 1, tomorrow on Fox.
Back-to-back walks issued by Scott Williamson with a 1-run lead to begin the Oakland bottom of the 9th inning. Boston in front by a run. And now it'll be Derek Lowe. He's pitched in 2 games in this series. One as a starter, the other out of the bullpen. And has been fantastic. 8 2/3 innings, 7 hits. 2 runs, 1 earned. He did get the loss, you may remember. He has walked 6 batters in his 8 2/3 innings.
He's up there to throw sinking fastballs to try to get guys to hit this ball on the ground, try to get a double play. Hernandez in this situation very well may be bunting. Try to move runners up. It's not what the Athletics do. Just 2 sacrifice bunts on the season, all season long for Hernandez, but he did drop a pretty sweet bunt down in game 1 to win it. This not a sacrifice, just dropping it down the line because no one was paying attention to him, and they won the game.
Derek Lowe, back in the year 2000, led the American League with 42 saves. He saved 24 the following year, and then went into the starting rotation in 2002 and was a 21-game winner.
Almost ran him out of town after that year. He saved 42, struggled out of the bullpen, didn't know what to do with him, made him a starter, and he dazzled.
How ironic it would be as we take a peek into Jillian's in Boston if the Oakland A's, after arguably losing the last 3 postseasons because of their inability to play small ball, should win a series by playing small ball. They wanted to see if Hernandez would show his hand, and he was already squaring around a bunt.
They put a little wheel play on there. Both corner infielders charging. Lowe would come straight in. Garcia Parra would be the guy covering third base, and you try to get the out at third.
Ball 1.
Millar will be the infielder that will charge the hardest. Miller at third has to make the decision to come and field the bunt or stay at home. You need to bunt the ball to Miller at third.
And it is put down perfectly by Ramon Hernandez. Tying run to third. The series winning run goes to second. Boy, that is perfectly done by Hernandez.
Especially for a guy who has not had to do that often, just 2 times all season. Kept the bat head up. Made the third baseman field the ball. Textbook.
Well, now Veritek going to come out and have a quick visit with Lowe. I would imagine they are talking about walking Jermaine Dye, although now he will be taken down.
Adam Melhuse coming out, who had a great day yesterday, swinging the bat in place of Ramon Hernandez. Hernandez with a strained lower back.
Boy, game 5 last night in Atlanta, a game 5 tonight here in Oakland, and we're just in the warm-up act. The National League Championship Series starts tomorrow night here on Fox. The American League Championship Series Game 1 National League Championship Series Game 2 here on Fox Wednesday night. Melhuse made his postseason debut yesterday and had the first 3-hit game of his career. Infield in, which tells you they are not going to intentionally walk Adam Melhuse.
Which surprises me a little bit. His run doesn't hurt you. Sets up a double play. Sinker ball pitcher, you're looking for a ground ball.
Melhuse with a big base hit that sent the Athletics into this postseason. Tejada in what could be his final game as an Athletic. Rolled over foul. Sauerbeck continues to throw in the Boston bullpen, sitting on the edges of their seats in Beantown and standing and gripping Boston fans here in Oakland.
I think Grady Little does not want this game into extra innings, trying to cut this run off. I'm a little surprised they're not setting up a double play by walking Melhuse. His run doesn't mean anything. If you squirt a ball through the infield, both runners score. You cut the run off at the plate, you still win the game if you get 2 outs.
Steve, you bring up a great point, because a routine ground ball, say at the second baseman, if you're playing your infield back after an intentional walk, either a double play or at least you get a second out of the inning with a tying run to third. Here, that little roller could get through with everybody drawn in, and that's the old ball game. Fouled away. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes on Melhuse.
If I'm Boston's outfield, I believe I would play a little more shallow, especially Nixon in right field. Any ground ball through the infield right now scores both runners. Guillen can get a huge jump at second base because there's nobody there to really hold him. You have no chance of throwing a runner out at home where Trot Nixon's playing right now.
Strike 3 call.
Derek Lowe doing what he did so well out of the pen a couple of seasons ago for the Red Sox. Watch the pitch by pitch. Sinker down and in. Sinker again fouled off. Sinker again. That ball's dropping off the table. Goes inside. Now he just runs it in off the belt buckle. A very gutsy pitch to make in that situation, and he gets it. His ball is moving nastily right now.
Grady Little, rather than Dave Wallace, will come out and be joined by the entire Boston infield, along with a battery of Varitek and Lowe.
You have no idea how much guts it takes for a right-hander to throw this pitch. If you leave it out over the plate, it gets crushed. Look at Varitek set way up inside. Look at the movement back to the middle of the plate. Melhuse bailing out of there. You throw it right at the belt buckle of a lefty. It runs back over. Greg Maddux made the pitch famous. Many more guys are throwing it, but you better be pinpoint with it.
Now Chris Singleton. Ball 1 down and in. Singleton doubled into right field off Pedro Martinez, leading off the 8th inning. He is 5 for 20 in his career against Derek Lowe. Tying run at third, winning run at second. 2 balls and no strikes. Terrence Long has moved into the on-deck circle.
Chances are, if there's a base hit against Lowe in this situation, it's going to be a bounding ball through the infield. I don't think there's an outfield arm on the Red Sox staff that can throw anybody out at home.
Borderline strike right there, and Singleton unhappy. Trying to send the Red Sox to their 6th American League Championship Series. The last last time Boston got to an ALCS, we mentioned, was '99, and they lost in 5 games to the New York Yankees.
See Billy Miller at third. He's not going to let anybody drop a bunt down on him this time, although Singleton could pull it with him to the right side if he wanted for a base hit.
Slow roller up the first base line. Foul ball.
Bill Buckner, anyone? Wow. Was that dangerously close to the exact same play that we saw in '86 in the World Series? Mookie Wilson, a chopper down the line. Millar trying to get there before it went foul. Red Sox fans all over the country with their heart in their throat right now.
And now the Athletics down to their final out, their final strike. The tying run is at third. The series winning run stands at second. 2-2 to Singleton. 3-2 to Singleton.
Looked like he tried to throw that same pitch that he got Melhuse out with.
Low looks in, Singleton waving a bat, and now Derek going to back off the rubber. You do have a base open here. And Terrence Long stands in the on-deck circle. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way is ball 4, and they are loaded. Decision time now for Grady Little. Does he stay with Derek Lowe, or does he bring in the left-hander Scott Sauerbeck to face the left-handed batting Terrence Long? Long is 6 for 20 in his career, a .300 batting average against Derek Lowe. Long during the regular year, 14 home runs, 61 runs batted in. 2 for 7 in this series. Tying run at third, winning run at second. Strike 1 to Terrence Long. This Boston bullpen, solid work from Embry and Timlin in the 8th inning, getting 3 straight batters. But 3 walks, 2 by Williamson, 1 by Lowe here in the 9th. 1-1.
You will see the Boston infielders getting dirty for any ball hit their way. The only way it can hurt them is if it trickles into the outfield. With 2 outs, Guillen scores easily. That's the winning run.
Down the left field line, bending foul and out of play. So now Derek Lowe ahead of Terrence Long at 1-2, and Veritek coming out for a visit.
Derek Lowe with seasons of 17 wins this season, 21 last year as a starter. It's the biggest batter of his life.
Bases loaded, 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 called, and the Boston Red Sox have come from behind, trailing 2 games to none, winning 3 in a row, and they will meet the Yankees on Wednesday night in the American League Championship Series. Back for their closer of 2 years ago to slam the door in Game 5 in the bottom of the 9th inning. to beat the Athletics 4-3 and win the series 3-2.
Mike Timlin brought it up. Kevin Millar brought it to all of New England. And Derek Lowe just cowboyed up.
The Red Sox will make their 6th American League Championship Series appearance. They are 2-3 in ALCS play. They have lost their last 3 league championship series.
The reaction of the Boston bench, Derek Lowe. The same pitch that struck out Mel Hughes. Run it in, get it to come back.
And the celebration is on in Beantown. And I got to believe they're celebrating in New York. This is a series Yankee fans won. The series Boston fans won. Let's go downstairs and join Josh Lewin.
All right, guys, thank you. Manny Ramirez hit a laser out of here. You were just telling me your bat broke on that swing?
Let me tell you, when I was looking in, and all my time I was looking in, so he gave me a fastball right there, and I was looking right there, so I hit it out.
Filthy curveballs that you were looking at before that. You got the fastball, you hit it out, you admired it, and then you pointed to your dugout.
Well, let me tell you, he pitched a great game. He threw me a lot of nasty pitches, but you got to give him credit. But I was looking in, and he gave me the pitch, and I went deep.
How scary was it in the 9th inning? You're standing there watching it go by. When did you know you had this game locked up?
Oh, I knew we was going to make it, because I got confidence on my teammates.
And you got the Yankees now. You get to go to New York. You're home.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm happy. All my friends are there, all my fans, I can't wait to go out there.
Congratulations, Manny.
Thank you.
All right, Manny Ramirez had the big 3-run homer. Let's go upstairs.
And Pedro Martinez celebrating his first win of this series. Should have gotten a win in Game 1 of this series. If you're looking ahead, how did the regular season series go between the Yankees and the Red Sox? The Yankees won 10, the Red Sox won 9. And whoop, there it is for the ALCS. Back again to Josh Lewin.
Tom, Jason Varitek started the comeback. Remember, Oakland had led this game. Barry Zito looked pretty good. Tell me about the home run.
I was really just trying to make him throw some pitches, and he fell behind. I had to make him go strike one because he really didn't have a whole lot of pitches. And fell behind 3-0, and I was just, I was really trying to work the walk, and then I got to track so many pitches, I was able to put a good win on the next one.
This is the ultimate cowboy up, isn't it?
I mean, things have been down, and Manny comes up with a humongous home run for us. And right there, we get a save out of D-Lo. And this way this team's been all year, different people, different days.
Tell me about that 9th inning. Obviously a little tighter than maybe you'd first thought.
Yeah, we asked a lot out of Williamson to go, for a 3rd day in a row. I mean, he threw 1 inning, then 2 innings, and then ask him to go out there and do that again. But we're going to need him. And then Derek came up with 2 huge pitches, especially the first out of Mel Hughes there with the man on 2nd and 3rd.
Jason, final question for you. You were part of a Red Sox team that came back down 0-2 and won a Game 5 on the road. The only other team ever to do that, and you were on it. And it must be pretty neat deja vu right now.
Yeah, I mean, this team has been remarkable all year in our ability to never quit and never give in. And, that's a testament to everybody in that clubhouse. Everybody's had their hand in making us win games.
Good luck against the Yankees.
Thank you very much.
All right, fellas, back to you.
Great to have Josh Lewin with us tonight. The coordinating producer of Major League Baseball on Fox is Michael Weissman. Tonight's game produced by Jeff Gowen, directed by Jim Lynch. Our associate director, Larry Lancaster, our broadcast associate, Kevin Dresser, and thanks to our technical producer, Dan Rotante. The pregame show produced by Gary Lang, directed by Bob Levy, and the coordinating producer, Scott Ackerson. The studio technical supervisor is Jack Simmons. The senior producer of Fox Sports is Bill Brown, and the executive producers of Fox Sports are Ed Gorin and David Hill. We're down to the final 4. The Red Sox and the Yankees in the American League as they try to end the curse of the Bambino. And in the National League, the Florida Marlins against the Chicago Cubs trying to get a World Series win for the first time since 1908. We'll have it all for you on Fox over the next 2.5 weeks. For Steve Lyons, I'm Tom Brenneman. Thanks so much for being with us. Jeannie Zalesko and Kevin Kennedy will be along from Los Angeles after these messages. See you tomorrow night.
Ball was very hittable tonight.